So we've been getting together here for many years and talk about the early days of single sideband and featuring radios that helped us make that transition from the primitive days of amplitude modulation into the advanced world of single sideband. And the last 2 weeks I've been on with Central Electronics, which put out the very first single sideband exciters. Tonight I'm doing this a little bit differently. I go all the way back to the Collins 310B, the first permeability-tuned oscillator, which was produced for the amateur radio community, and I'm using it to excite the 1959 Heathkit adapter called the SB10. And that was a radio that Heathkit put out to adapt to existing AM radios to single sideband, and I'm using it to adapt the Heathkit DX60 novice rig from about those same years. And that whole works is in driving the Collins 30L1, listening on the Drake 2B with the Q multiplier peaked all the way up. Buy-sell trades are appropriate if they're vintage radio related, and this is a great place to get some technical advice on a radio that you're working on. I'm going to call 7 or 8 people. We'll pass it around. We've got 3 different net controls here, and everybody's going to get picked up. If you were in early and you got forgotten about by us net controls, pop in and say, hey, you should have picked me up. I was in early. WB5TXW with words of wisdom about the finest hour of amateur radio. Talk to us, George, K5LYN.
Well, you give me too much credit, Lynn. WB5TXW, hello all around the net for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week. On the Collins radio, S-line 32S175 is 330L1. Yep, they seem to be working. Love hearing all those relays go clickety-clack. Out to the 75-meter antenna in the yard, which you know about, Lynn, and the Shure 444 microphone. So that's the station. And yes, another day of forecasted doom and gloom and no bloody rain. Over.
The fourth field is ruling, George.
I guess, but I say it'll rain tomorrow and Friday, so time will tell only. WB5TXW back to net.
Okay, let's pick up our 2 way off Mississippi guys. I'm going to talk to Phil and then to Terry. Hey, N5PF. Phil, how about it? K5LYN.
This is Phil, N5PF, Vicksburg, Mississippi. Good evening, everybody. Terry and Jay and Jay and Lynn and Rusty and everybody. Anyway, I'm having a bad night. I got some allergy and been in doctor's offices all day with the wife, and I didn't want anything big, but wore out. Walking around and sitting around, and anyway, it's a big mess. I'm going to keep them too tonight. Got a little problem with the air line over here, so I'm dealing with it. Always dealing with these things. There's something going on all the time. I guess it would be fun if it wasn't going on, but they keep me busy. How's on my microphone? I've got the Heathkit SB200 and K-Stopo and DCC. And by the way, I had a problem here. I couldn't get any receive yesterday. And I started unhooking cables, and I've got it looks like a spotter wheel. I got cables going everywhere here. I think we have 2 switches. I can hook all these radios up into this mess. And I couldn't get receive. And so I was unhooking stuff and hooking stuff up the rig. And one radio hooked up. That's what I got now. This one hooked up. And I'm going outside and disconnecting the lightning arrestor, removing it out of the circuit, and everything's fine. The lightning arrestor's gone dead. I don't think I took a hit, but the rest is bad. So that's $40 lightning arrestor, and I've never heard of that happening. But anyway, that's about it, Lynn. N5PF. Thank you.
Okay, Phil, nice work on your part with those 2 calling stations that I'm used to hearing. Hang in there. Keep up with it. All right, how about Mr. W5TF? How about it, Terry?
Well, let me max push weight. That'll be a little bit better. I'm on the KWM2A tonight. I finally broke it out. And the heat kit, you know, wire is the line. This seems to help a little bit with all this racket. We got rain lined up for the next 3 days, sure. So we're looking forward to that. And then the old double bazooka, using the same hand mic I like so much. Sure. Old Ken Charlie, I believe it is. And driving my old 813. The plant I built this amp from called for 3813. So I didn't have but 2 sockets and enough filament transformer, but for 2 of them. So that's how I went with it. So far, it's been pretty good. I built it in 1988. Don't use it very much. In fact, I just got it on the air again in the last month. But then we have another Mississippi station in here, and I thought he talked to Jay or Norm or one of them. It's called the WB4YBY. His name is Norm, and he's down on the Gulf Coast. I don't know if you got him. I just didn't want to see him, fall out in the line. So that's all I got tonight. K5LYN, have fun at the Hamfest. W5 Tango Foxtrot. See you later.
Okay, Terry. Yeah, I maybe did his call right, but let's give him a call. I think I heard him. What I heard was WB5YVY. Did I get that right? Norm, are you there? K5LYN.
It's WB4YBY.
Okay, Norm? Well, Jay, maybe he moved on or maybe he'll be back. We can try him again here in a little bit. Okay, how about KC5WLF? What do you say, Jimmy?
Hey, Lynn, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good evening to the net. I'm just on my radio, which is a Yaesu FD101 Zulu Delta Mark III, and talking on a D104 microphone. It's just barely cracked. But I'm not using an amplifier tonight. And it's just going into my off-center set dipole for 80 meters. So anyway, I don't seem to have very much AF this evening. I don't know why. I usually, y'all are complaining about noise. I barely have meter movement over here. But anyway, I'm going to be at Delta. I hope to see everybody there. I'm getting pretty excited about it. The Hambuds got 6 cables there. If you see the Hambuds logo out and pass over in the corner, be sure to look for my hat, KC5WLF.
We for sure need to meet, Jimmy. I'll be around there in the parking lot most of the time. A friend of mine's got a table inside, so I might spend a little time with him, but I'll be mostly in the parking lot, so let's get together. Good to hear you. I'm hearing you just fine. Okay, WA5SL. Scott, what do you say?
Well, good evening, Lynn, and the rest of the folks here on the net this evening. WA5SL here south of a little town called Thorndale, between Austin and College Station. Running the Swan Signet 270B this evening. I've been running the Hot Water 12 for a couple of weeks. I thought I'd exercise this one a little bit. Using the Shure 444 Tango microphone and running all that into a little Yaesu FL 2000B. Still has the plastic on the face. So, and that's going into an Ultimax double bazooka there, 8040. So that's the story here. Thanks for picking me up, Lynn. You're sounding good over all the noise. WA5SL back to net.
Okay, Scott. Yeah, we know Thorndale well. Many times went through there. Nice drive. When we go to Ohio, we don't take Interstate 35 anymore. We go through Central and East Texas, all the way to Texarkana. So we know your territory up there. Nice place. Good to hear you. Great signal. All right, my friend Tom. I'm going to pick up Tom in San Antonio, then I'll throw it your way, Jay. So how about KC5L? What do you say, Tom?
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and everyone on the Bone Acres Nest. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight, we're on the usual here, talking on the Central Electronics 200V with a D104 microphone. And it's driving a Central Electronics 600L amplifier, doing about 300 watts into a Johnson KW Matchbox, and a homebrew doublet of about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R390A. And that's about all I have here. Looking forward to Belton here coming up soon. Back to you, KT5L.
As usual, Tom, great signal into Austin, beautiful audio. Central Electronics phasing was hard to beat, you know. I enjoyed the last 2 weeks I did on mine. A lot of fun there. All right, Jay, pick it up. KM5QS and the Vintage Radio Boat Anchors, K5LYN.
All righty, then. Thank you, sir. This is Jay, KM5QS. Tonight, I think I'm still reasonably close to frequency. Anyway, I'm on a Kenwood TS820S using the Kenwood R820 receiver in transceiver with it. 922 amplifier, Electro Voice microphone, 664A microphone. That's the little one. It's not the tire thumper, but it works about the same. Homebrew antenna tuner and homebrew antenna, 160 meter dipole up about 80 feet at the feed point. Anyway, that's it for all that stuff. Hopefully it's still working okay. Let me see. First off, one thing, if those of y'all that didn't hear earlier, at Belton there's going to be a little change. Y'all know they've changed the parking lot around a little bit, and they had some safety considerations, one thing and another, so getting along and doing what we got to do, and it probably worked out for the best anyway. The barbecue pit is going to be 150 feet due west of where it usually was. It'll still be under a light standard, but it'll be the first one west. That'll be on the right. If you come in the main entrance, the new main entrance, you'll go about 3/4 of the way toward the building. Will be on the right-hand side in about the second row, somewhere in that area, right under that light pole. And that's where we're planning on being anyway. And that is with the blessings of the TARC and the Ham Expo people and all that other stuff. So we'll look for you there. We should be easy to find. Not many people are going to be putting out as much smoke as we are, but anyway, that's maybe beside the point. All right, first one on my list right now is, well, let me go back and see if Norman came back. WB4YBY. Are you there, Norm? Okay, I guess maybe not. KA5LYL. Todd, are you still there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me get in up on this thing. He's here. Hello, Jay, and everybody else on the Boat Anchor Net. Although Boat Anchors are sounding good here. Let's see. I'm on a vintage solid state radio, not a Boat Anchor. And I think I still need some work on my microphone game. No? Okay, there we go. I am running the processor because I'm just running 100 watts. Stay back away from it there. Let's see. So, it's a vintage radio. It's about 38 years old. It's a Kenwood TS440 SAT. Yeah, the AT does work, but I am using an outboard tuner for it tonight. Let's see, and I'll put that up there. I'm doing over 100 watts, about 110 watts, something like that, looks like. The mic I'm using on this setup tonight is an static. It's an static, non-amplified microphone called a 636L. It has a ceramic element. And let me think here. I already know the power output, and I've got the matching power supply PS50 on the radio and all that system. That is going into an all-sticker fed dipole, That's up about, I guess it's up about 35, 40 feet, somewhere along in there. And that's my claim to fame. I think we got a bench of brain here in Corpus, something like that. Back then, K5, all out. Thank you, guys.
All righty, Todd. Good to hear you in there, so keep on trucking. All right, KE5Q, Mr. Jim, your turn.
Okay, KM5QS in the net. KE5Q Plano. Good evening, everybody. And still got static crashes, but copying pretty good, especially the guys out in Mississippi coming in here. Pretty good. We're on the TS530S tonight, and that's with the Shure 444, and we're going into the old MLA 2500 amplifier, into the Ultimax 8040, that new Ultimax that I had to replace from the old one there, from the windstorm. And that's it. Looking forward to seeing everybody at Belton next week. It won't be long, and okay on that new location. We'll just follow the smoke. KM5QS, KE5Q.
Okay. Now, we shouldn't be too hard to find. You'd be amongst the junk anyway. All righty, thank you, Jim. All righty, let's see who's next. W5DPP, you got anything for us tonight, Sammy? Well, maybe he had to go down the hall or something. WA5MTT, Mike, excuse me. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, okay, Jay, and everybody on the net tonight. It's Mike. We're located in Round Rock, just north of Austin. And we're on the Winged Emblem Collins S line, the 75S2 receiver, 32S1 transmitter, 312B4 station console, and the 30S1 amplifier. The microphone is Electro Voice 674. I did get a little bit of that rain that Lynn was talking about earlier. I got about 2/10, so just enough to maybe water the grass some, but it's definitely cooling down outside. It's supposed to be 48 or so degrees here tonight, so actually I'm kind of looking forward to that. Back to you, Jay.
Okay, Mike. Sounding good as usual. Well, we got about enough rain to get the... It looks like a heavy dew on the grass. It didn't really get anything wet, but someday maybe we'll get some. Anyway, I really don't need the lightning or anything, but we could use a little moisture, a little more. All righty, Mike. KWOZ, Dan, your turn.
Yeah, good evening, Jay, and all the other boat anchors out here tonight. Stations are sounding pretty good, even though there's a lot of noise, but I'm not running the boat anchor this week again. I just can't get everything hooked up in the right order, but I'm talking on the old Kenwood 870. And let's see, driving an Alpha 86. That's it. I've come to a conclusion, by the way, and not that this is very important, that a lot of these tile microphones, particularly the gold lines, and I had a bunch of them, and they kind of stop working after a while. The main element, the big one in there, goes out. I'm not sure why, if it's from being dropped or they're just bad or what, but I've had, I got one good one out of 6 now, and the same rule with each one. They want $75 shipped for that element, which is about the same price as a new one. So they're not on my Heil is not on my list of preferred microphones at all. Anyway, that's, for what it's worth, that's what I've got to offer tonight. Run the same old thing, inverted V 42 KWOZ. Back to you.
Okay, Dan. Well, you know, it's like horse racing. Some people prefer one thing over another. Personally, the only Heil mics I like are the PR40 and 781, along those lines. I never did have much luck with the gold lines. Were okay, I guess, for some rigs, but mostly I prefer the bigger diaphragms. Anyway, sounding good to see you. Let me see. K0SED. How about you, Steve?
Well, good evening, Jay, and all the boat anchors. K0SED, Steve and Tyler. Excuse me. As usual, I'm on the trusty old Kenwood 520 and the Collins 3001 and a dipole about 40-odd feet up in the air, and looking forward to Belton. See you there. K0SED.
All right. Yeah, me too. It's we need a good one. Need a little lightening up, a little levity, among other things. See you there, Steve. WA5 EDX, Mr. Byron. How about you?
Hello, Jay. This is WA5 EDX. Byron in beautiful Bluffdale, Texas. It's a cool evening here today after that cold front we had earlier this morning, and we didn't get any rain out of it though. All that went east of Dallas, so we missed out on that. But good thing is we missed out on any tornadoes too. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I am not on a boat anchor tonight. I'm over here working on a boat anchor if that counts. I'm working on my 830, but so I just had an ICOM rice burner listing over here on the side. It's an IC 745 that I hooked up and testing out too. So just wonder how it sounded this evening. Yeah, I'm getting excited about Belton, starting to pack up a few rigs to take, and we'll be inside with a couple of tables and hopefully having a bunch of gear to get rid of. So anyhow, they'll all be boat anchors, right? Everyone. So, everybody sounding good tonight? Scott, you were booming in up here this evening from down there in Thorndale, and I got your text, and I answered it for you there, so we'll see you down there. So, Jay, back to you. That's all I know for sure. WA5 EDX, Barefoot and Bluffdale.
Okay, Byron. Good deal. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun down there. The forecast is a little iffy, but hopefully there won't be enough to dampen our spirits enough to worry about. Let me see. All right, that's the end of my list, and it's about time. I've had 6 or 7, so Rusty, WK5R, why don't you see what you can do with it? KM5QS.
All right, Jay, this is WK5R. And you're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. I'm on the usual stuff tonight, the Kenwood TS590S, the Tascam TM70 Dynamic Studio mic by TX, driving the Homebrew GS35B amp into the Homebrew fan dipole at 50 feet. Around 1200 watts what I'm running tonight. So with that, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo 5, Lima Alpha.
Go ahead, Doug.
Well, good evening, Rusty, and everybody on the net. This is Doug here, Kilo 5, Lima Alpha, located near San Antonio. Tonight I'm on my Collins KWM2, ran by a Collins 516 power supply, all tubes. All original, all tubes into a inverted V up about 60 feet, and I'm talking into a Shure 444 microphone. And that's about it. Thanks for picking me up, Rusty. 73 to everybody.
All right, Doug. Collins sounds good as usual there. Okay, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
W5HJ.
N5WJ.
Okay, I got 2 there. W5HJ, was that correct?
That is correct.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, this is Hank in Piedmont, Oklahoma, and I'm not on a boat anchor tonight. I do have a boat anchor that's supposed to be here Friday, and hopefully I'll be on the air with it next week. It will be a Swan 270 Signet, but I thought I'd get back into boat anchors for a little history on me and those old radios. I got my
novice license in 1963, I ordered a Swan 350. Give me a reason to go ahead and get my tech and my general class. And over the years, I operated Swan 350, HT32 with a Drake 2B, and then several Drake transceivers and a Drake twins and stuff like that. So I do have a little experience with those old boat anchors. So yeah, it's about past my bedtime. I'm going to get out of here, and I just wanted to check in and see what this net was about. So back to net, W5HJ.
Okay, Hank. We sounded good from up there at Piedmont all the way down here in northeast Texas. Appreciate you checking in. We'll look for you again. All right, WJA, Jim, go ahead.
N5WJA. I'm on my 890. I'm not on my old rig. Just want to check in, add to the numbers, and say good evening. N5WJA.
All right, Jim, appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you later. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Thought I heard somebody way out there, but I can't make them out. Maybe not. Anybody anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. It might be a short night.
Whiskey X-Ray 5 Tango.
WX5T, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Just listening in here and wanted to just jump in and say hello. I'm not sure the right home about it, but anyway, the rig is a Galaxy GT550, and running, I've got it in a console with an external VFO, and using a 3001 amplifier here, not running a whole lot of power, probably about 350, 400 watts, and just dipole antenna, and the microphone's Shure 440 4D. Just wanted to check in. You're sounding good here. Name is James, Juliet Alpha Mike Echo Sierra, and I'm located in Harrison, Arkansas. So back to you. Here's WX5T.
Phew. Well, James, you're barreling down here in northeast Texas with that Galaxy GT550 there. It's sounding good. And that qualifies as a boat anchor. Appreciate you checking in. We'll look for you again. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited deck? Come now.
Recheck.
Anybody anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Recheck, Rusty.
Recheck, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Mike, W85MCT, and I'm still a proud owner of two 30S1, and if any of you boat anchor guys, or actually if you don't have to be a boat anchor person, these 30S1s work great with solid state rigs. But I would like to reduce my inventory by one if possible. If anybody's interested, I could be coerced to coated Belton. So anyway, for what it's worth. Thanks, Rusty.
All right, Mike. Yeah, and I don't think I need to repeat it because you're plenty loud. Anyway, Mike's got a 30S1 there if anybody looks for one. Look up there on QRZ and shoot him an email. That'll work. All right. Anybody anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
K5LT.
Go ahead, Lyle.
Good evening, Rusty, and everybody else on the net. This is Lyle, Lima Yankee Lima Echo, located outside of Bernie, Texas, about 35 miles north of San Antonio, up in the hill country. And tonight we're running the usual, running the Heathkit SB101 through the Heathkit SB221 amplifier out to a double extension ZEP antenna running through the cedar trees. I should say dry cedar trees. We didn't get any rain this morning. We got some thunder and lightning, and that was about it, a little noise, but no moisture. So I guess we'll try again tomorrow and see what we get. I guess I'm going to have to find some sacrificial radio and leave plugged into an antenna. Maybe it'll take a hit and get some rain. I'm not ready to get to that point. It's like leaving a bag of cement in the back of the pickup hoping it'll get rained on. But one of these days, As long as it doesn't all come at once, I'll be good. So, everything else is going good. Back to you, Rusty. K5LT.
Okay. Well, the 101 sound, or the Heathkit sounds good there. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you later on there. All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, might be a short night there, Lynn. K5LYN, WK5R. Go ahead.
Well, Rusty, I'm glad you were there. Your big signal picked up some people through all this noise that we might not have been able to get on board. Nice work on your part, and good to hear everybody in Mississippi and all those other areas. This is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin, on a radio that began its life back in 1948. And we're listening on the Drake 2B, and I'm hearing an awful lot of noise, so there must be some weather cooking out there. Anybody else we haven't talked to yet that wants to check in and talk vintage radio this evening? I'm listening, K5LYN. Well, maybe people got smart and decided to turn off the radio. With this noise, it's getting old, right? Jay, you want to see if anybody else wants to talk to you? Pass it around the table one more time, K5LYN. Great nuts so far.
Alrighty, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's James in Arkansas a minute ago like to knock me out of the chair. That little bit of amplifier shouldn't be that loud, but it was. No, it sounded great. All right, folks, this is Jay, KM5QS. Is there anyone we've missed so far with the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Want to check in? Come now. Well, Lynn, I think you hit the nail on the head. I believe the weather might have slowed things down a bit, but it has been a pretty good net. Everybody was coming in really well. Looking forward to seeing everybody at Belton. Thank y'all for participating this evening, and we appreciate what it takes to keep these things running. Y'all know that, so keep up the good work. We'll look for you next week. WK5R, do your thing. KM5QS.
Okie doke, Jay. This is WK5R. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. By the way, the storm is not too far east from me. They're over around Longview. That's where all the noise is coming from. Longview up to Shreveport, Ida, whatever that is there. Down by Palestine. That way. Boy. Some of them just left going by O.L. Byron down at Crockettwood. No, that was the other Byron. Anyway, last call. Anybody anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
It's K5QS. I got a question.
Hey, go ahead, Phil.
It sounds like when is this Belton coming off?
Belton Hamfest is going to be April 14th and 15th. Jim and myself will be on the parking lot on the 13th getting set up for it. And we're just going to be talking and meeting lots of people and visiting with old friends, cooking a lot of good food and having a great time. Roger?
Yeah, I can't make it, but I've been listening to this, and it sounds like you guys are having a barbecue and there's a ham fest going on in the building.
That is correct. This will be the 29th year. Well, twice a year for 29 years we've been up there doing this. So we think we might know what we're doing by now, but I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, okay. Take you to the barbecue. That sounds good. I wish I could make it. 73s and y'all have a good one. I hope it's successful. M5PF, I'm clear.
All right, catch you later there, Phil. Okay, anybody else anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited before we shut the door? Come now.
29 years? My God, I went to the very first one. Where did the time go?
I wouldn't know, Lynn. All right, last call. Anybody for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? I'm fixing to shut the door. I don't hear nobody. It's like always for checking in. And we'll see y'all next week. This is WK5R. Now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5.